Hello everyone, welcome to Math Companion. Today I want us to do quick revision of solving quadratic equations by factorization. So for those quadratic equations whereby the leading coefficient, that is the coefficient of x squared, is 1, then they're just very easy equations to do. So for example here, we need to look for two numbers. When we add, we are going to get -4, but when we multiply, we are going to get +3. So the numbers are -1 and -3, and therefore the answer is simply going to be x minus 1 and x minus 3. That is how we factorize it. So which is equals to 0. Then x minus 1 is equals to 0. X will be equals to 1. The next one is x minus 3 is equals to 0, and the answer for x here is going to be equal to 3. So the solutions are x plus 1, x is equals to 1 and x is equals to 3. The same thing for the next question. So we look for two numbers. When we add, we get +6. When we multiply them, we get +9. The numbers are 2 and 4. And so the factors are going to be x plus 2 and x plus 4. Then the solution, which is equals to 0. Now the solution is going to be x plus 2 is equals to 0. X will be equals to -2. And over here, x plus 4 is equals to 0. X will be equals to -4. So our two solutions are x is equals to -2 and x is equals to -4. Now for this one here, our first step, we have to move 8 before the equal sign so that at the equal sign we're going to have a 0. So it can be written down afresh as x squared minus 7x minus 8 is equals to 0. Now we are going to look for two numbers. When we add, we get -7. When we multiply, we get -8. So the numbers are -8 and 1. And therefore, the factors are going to be x minus 8 and x plus 1 is equals to 0. And the solution, the answers are going to be x minus 8 is equals to 0. So x will be equals to 8. Next, the other one is going to be x plus 1 is equals to 0. Therefore, shifting 1 to the other side of the equal sign, x will be equals to -1. So again, these are the two answers for that quadratic equation. Now let's come to this. This one here, it is about reorganizing the quadratic equation such that we are going to begin with x squared. The easiest way I'm going to do this, I'm going to move x squared to the other side of the equal sign, as well as -4x as well as 60. So doing that way, I'm going to have positive x squared plus 4x minus 60 equals to 0. Now we need two numbers here. When I add, I'm going to get +4. When I multiply, I'm going to get -60. The two numbers are 10 and -4. And therefore, the factors are going to be x plus 10 and x minus 4 is equals to 0. Now, the solution for this one is going to be x plus 10 is equals to 0. And therefore, my x value is going to be -10. The next one is x minus 4 is equals to 0, and the answer for this one is going to be x is equals to 4. So those will be the solutions for the quadratic. Now let's look at this. This is a bit different. The coefficient of x squared is a different number other than 1. It is 2 for this case. Therefore, what we are going to do here, it's going to take a bit longer process. So we're going to multiply 2 times positive 1, which is going to be 2. Now we will be looking for two numbers. When we add these two numbers, we are supposed to be getting negative 3. But when we multiply, we get 2. Alright? So the easiest way I'm going to do is this. I'm going to use the cross method. So I will have negative 3 in the middle. Alright? And then I will figure out how can we split 2x squared. It can be split in 2x and x. Now after that, we are going to figure out what are the numbers in this case that we are going to, when we multiply, we get negative, we get positive 2, but when we add, we get negative 3. Now the two numbers are negative 1 and negative 2. So I put negative 1 here and negative 2. Now I'm going to consider something very interesting. So 2, diagonal consideration. 2 can divide negative 2 how many times? Negative 1 times. And therefore my solution is to consider these numbers across. 2x minus 1 and this one across here like that. It's going to be x minus 1, x minus 1, x minus 1 like that is equals to 0. Therefore my solution for this is going to be 2x minus 1 is equals to 0. Therefore 2x will be equals to 1, and this makes our x to be equals to a half. The next one is x minus 1 is equals to 0, and the final answer for this x will be equals to 1. So our two solutions are going to be this. Now finally, the last question is this. We are going to reorganize so that we begin with 4x squared. So we are going to have 4x squared, and then moving positive 23 to the other side is going to be minus 23x plus 6 is equals to 0. Now 4 times 6, I'm getting 24. Now I'm going to think about two numbers. When I'm going to add these two numbers, I'm going to get negative 23, but when I multiply, I get positive, I get negative 24, right? So over here, apologies, it's supposed to be negative 6. Now the two numbers are, the two numbers are going to be negative 24 and 1. So the best thing we need to do, let us do the cross method again. I'm going to have minus 23 in the middle, and then I do this. The number is 1 and negative 24. So I'm going to consider how I should split 4x squared. So 4x squared can be split in terms of 4 and in 4x and x. But I want us to examine this. 4 can divide 24. How many times? Negative 6. So our answers are going to be 4x plus 1 by making this across consideration. So the answers are going to be 4x plus 1, 4x plus 1, and x minus 6. Right? So what should be the solutions for this? X minus is equals to 0. So x minus 6 will be equals to 0. So our x will be 6. The next solution is 4x plus 1 is equals to 0, which means 4x is equals to negative 1. Right? So x will be equals to negative 1 over 4. Negative 1 over 4. Let me write it properly. Negative 1 over 4. So therefore, these two are the solutions. I'm going to repeat writing the solution here. X is equals to negative 1 over 4. It is not clear in my other solution there. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I keep on inviting you. Please subscribe and click the notification button for you to be updated whenever I post very interesting mathematical questions. Thank you. Bye bye.